What up, y'all? Okay, look, I'm in the middle of testing some different preamps that I have in the lab, right? And I'm so blown away that I can't even finish doing this test before I do this video. I got to come to y'all right in this moment to show y'all what I'm finding. Okay, here I have a Behringer Ultragain digital. Okay, this is a interface with some mic preamps on it, right? This thing was cheap. I think I got this thing brand new. It wasn't more than $300. I know that. So and only I just got it so I could have some more I/O in my system, right? Okay, so I'm testing those against the preamps that I have in my Black Lion. I have four preamps on this Apollo that were modded by Black Lion. And I gotta tell you, man, Black Lion, yeah, they know what they doing. And I've had this gear for years, right? But I just recorded, I didn't really just get into the weeds, and I didn't really get meticulous with comparing the gear against each other. Okay, and then also I have over here, I have a Neve 5024, which has 4 preamps on it, and it can do mid-side recording. Okay, so I've been testing that one, and I've been testing the one on this Portico 2 channel. All right, and man, I gotta tell you, bro, I am absolutely being blown away. Now, in my mind, when I purchased the Neve 5024 and the Portico 2 channel, don't get me wrong, they sound great, but I was under the impression, and this is why it pays to hear things before you buy them. But we live in an age now where music stores don't really carry this stuff. You gotta buy it from somebody, or you gotta buy it online. It's very rare you're gonna walk into a music store nowadays and see this type of gear. But there are a few music stores out there that may carry it. I am just absolutely being blown away by the Black Lion modded preamps, and most of all, this Behringer Ultragain. I mean, it's so close. The results are so close to the Neve that it really made me question, like, hold up, man, like, do I need to sell these Neves? Like, I'm not joking. I'm not joking, man. Like, I am, and I'm sure y'all can hear the passion in my voice in this moment. But man, have we been hoodwinked into buying this expensive stuff? Again, don't get me wrong, the Neves, they sound great. They sound great, but I don't know, man. I don't know, like, especially the 5024, the 5024 here, I am just appalled at how close the Behringer preamps come to the Neve 5024. I mean, absolutely amazing. And I'm not affiliated with Behringer in any capacity. I've had these, and these are, as you can see, these are Midas preamps in here. I've had this Behringer now for, I don't know, 2.5 years. And, I just, it was like, man, I just need a little more I/O. I don't really care about the preamps. So I never used the preamps. I've never even thought twice about them. Again, I just got this for some extra IO. And so today I had a little time on my hand and I was like, let me compare these preamps against one another. And man, shout out to Behringer. Like, man, this is blowing my mind, yo. Really blowing my mind. I think that the little edge that the Neves have over the Behringer is the low end seems to be a lot cleaner. Now I'm not even gonna say a lot cleaner. The low end seems to be a tad bit cleaner on the Neves. So this is really, really, really making me think. And shout out to Mark's Music Emporium. Mark, I really value Mark's opinion and the things he say because, I can tell he's a man with a lot of experience when it comes to, just the music industry, period. But I saw a video he did and he spoke about how you don't need expensive gear to get a great sound. He also said you need to know what you're doing. Knowing what you're doing is more important than buying expensive gear. And, I come from, like, I'm a hip hop artist. I've always been a hip hop artist. Hip hop has been my entryway into the door of music. But of course, as over the years, I have, gotten into recording and stuff like that. And so back in the day, when I would go to the studio, I didn't really care about this stuff right here. All I cared about was going in, laying my vocals down and, trying to make the hottest track I could make. But, now I'm older and, I don't rap as much as I used to. I still do. But I'm more into this stuff now. I'm more into, getting my sound the way I want it. And so, my studio is a work in progress. It's been a work in progress for at least 10 to 12 years now. And so, I'm just piecing this thing together as I go. And when I started into the whole recording and mixing and stuff like that, I started that back in like 2007. And around that time, everything was in the box, for the most part. So when I got into recording on my own and buying my own music equipment, I was doing everything in the box. So all this analog stuff is fairly new to me, and I personally I like the sound of analog more than I like digital. Okay, I don't want to get into the whole analog versus digital debate, but personally I like analog. That's why I've started buying analog stuff. And before, like I said, back in the day when I was doing everything in the box, I didn't really understand how analog made me personally feel a little better than the digital sound. All right. But anyways, I digress. Mark from Mark's Music Emporium basically said, it's your skill set is the most important thing. And I can't, I can't agree with him more because if you go online and you listen to what the masses are saying, they'll tell you, Neve and SSL and API and all of those companies, they are like at the upper echelon of audio gear. And it almost makes you feel like, it's like they're the name brand and so they the big dogs. So you want to go and get Neve and SSL and stuff like that. So now that now that I have tested this stuff against each other, what Mark said makes a lot of sense, man. Like, you don't need that expensive gear. Like, I'm really starting to feel that. You don't need that super expensive gear to have great sounding recordings. Because this Behringer interface with these preamps on it, ooh, I'm telling y'all, if you don't believe me, go get you one, see if you can rent one, see if you can, I mean, you can find it. You can find one on Facebook Marketplace or Reverb for dirt cheap, I'm sure. Or get it brand new. It was less than $300. So don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. I just wanted to come to y'all real quick and let you know that while I was doing this test. And I'm gonna be putting the sound sound results up. I'm gonna do a video and I'm gonna let y'all hear the sound results, man. Absolutely, it's blowing my mind. Anyways, that's all I got for now. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.